You're watching Consumerthon. This is my review and demo of the Canon C225 document scanner. This is the non-wireless version. The wireless version costs about $100 extra and is labeled C225W. Make sure to click the links in the description for the current pricing, and also check out the links also for my other videos I made this week, including some other document scanners in the price ranges somewhere between $200 and $500. First, I want to go over a overview of the scanner, and then we'll dive in a little bit deeper with a demo. You have the PC connection here as well as the power cable, and these two manual buttons are kind of interesting because they can also kind of trip you up. In the lower position is going to be for feeding documents straight through the scanner, and if you push this up, it's the U-turn position. So it does save you a little bit of desk space. You also have this lever here, which decides if it's going to be separation or non-separation. First, I want to demonstrate what separation and non-separation is, just to show you what I mean. But if you throw in two documents and then have the non-separation mode on, if you hit the scan button, it's just going to feed both of the documents through. To get to the second document, you got to hit the the separation mode, which is the lower position. This is the detail page in the manual, which goes into which types of documents and which type of feed positions and eject positions you need. So you can see how this can get kind of complicated kind of quickly. This isn't a scanner where you can just like throw in a bunch of like mixed type of documents, like as far as like photos and plastic cards and business cards. So you'll see here that standard paper and business cards requires their standard feeding, which is the lower position, and plastic cards, thick paper, thin paper, and bound paper require the non-separation feeding. So that means that you're just gonna, all of these items are to be fed one at a time. And then as far as the eject method, that's going to be the lower selection there, so it just comes straight out the scanner. If it's a piece of paper, you can use the U-turn bit, but this is something that I would just always leave in the down position, because like you're never going to like hurt a document by having it just go straight out. I mean, unless you're just really want to keep the space to a minimum. I don't like these two manual buttons because it's something extra to fiddle with when you're trying to do a scan, and who knows what the last person, if you're in an office setting, might have used it. Although since this is a non-wireless product, the last person probably was you because you're sitting at your desk. But if you got the wireless version of this product, it wouldn't be good to have these two settings that you have to teach everyone in the office how to use, and then also, is it going to be set on what you want when you just walk up to the scanner? Probably something you're going to have to double check each time. It is kind of a slim design, so if you do use the U-turn, it keeps your scanner in a very compact location. The back of it has a little cord to feed the cable if you want to take it from the right-hand side of the scanner to the left. Also, you can open this to get to the scanner, and there's a lever right here for clearing paper jams. Very simple, easy to operate. You've got your slider here. This pulls up just a little bit. I mean, you get like maybe an extra inch, I guess, by pulling this up. So yeah, this pulls up just a little bit, and then you've got these little rabbit ears that you can fold up or down. The software that works well with this is the Capture on Touch, which comes with it. There's a power button as well as a start button on the scanner. Very simple operation. There's no color screens or any options to select. So if you press the start button, this will start the scan. The default is to open up this application, Capture on Touch, and you can make some edits to this, some adjustments to the image, and then click finish, and it'll save to the folder. If you want to have a less hands-on approach and just have this like button scan the document and save it to your folder, what you can do is you can go to Preferences and then choose Do Not Display the Main Screen when the scan is started with the scanner button. Now I can exit out of Capture on Touch, press the Start button again. This time it'll throw it into the predetermined folder and will just display a dialog box which I can close out. One of the things that I do like about the scanner is this full auto mode is very useful. I have one of these pages with blank text and one of them has a little bit of text in gray on it. If I hit the full auto mode and hit scan, it's going to give me both of those documents and omit the last page which had only singleplex, so there was nothing on the back side of this page, so that it didn't feel a need to include a blank page for the back side of that. Previous tests, we just kind of threw everything in, like with the Fujitsu ScanSnap, and had the scanner sorted out. This one will require a little bit of sorting. I'm sorting out the differences between the receipts and the standard sizes of paper, and then also the photos and the business cards. Cards have to be fed through one at a time because they're require that non-separation mode, and you want to make sure that the tray goes straight through instead of doing the U-turn. So let's throw in a card and see what it does. I'll just choose the full auto here and click on scan. And I got the front and the back of the card. Now standard paper and business cards can be fed together, it looks like. Changing the mode to separation now. I'm going to throw in a stack of paper as well as 2 business cards and see what we end up with. So receipts, I believe, will qualify as thin paper. So if you're using this as a receipt scanner, well, let's try scanning a group of receipts and using the separation mode and seeing if this, seeing how it does. So yeah, it did actually do okay, treating receipts kind of as standard paper, so you don't have to feed those one at a time, or I guess maybe receipts don't qualify as thin paper. What I don't particularly like about this scanner, and I made a separate video on this, is the longer documents. Like, it has the capability of scanning long documents up to 118 inches, but to do that, you have to go through 4 submenus, set it to long document scanning, and then go through 4 submenus to reset it back to normal mode. Overall with the scanner, it's an okay scanner, but at the $400 price level, I definitely think that you should go with the Fujitsu just because it's less complicated as far as like little things that can mess you up. With the Fujitsu, instead of going through 4 submenus to scan a longer document, it's just holding down the scan button for 3 seconds, and then it's like, okay, well, it's a longer document, I'll change the settings. So Fujitsu in this case, a lot more user-friendly. This probably will work for some users, but you know, just with the manual settings that you have to set on this as far as straight or U-turn and then separation versus non-separation, I'd like to have seen those, well, the separation, non-separation, I'd like to have seen that kind of built into the hardware of the scanner possibly, but the idea of having users setting it, especially if it's in a multi-user environment, say if you're using this as the wireless version, desktop version, you know, I mean, you are the only user, you can train yourself in the specifics of it and get away with it. But if you're in a multi-user environment, would choose the ScanSnap any day of the week over this. So that's my review of the C225 by Canon. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the space below, and also let me know what you chose. You know, what is your favorite document scanner, and make sure to check out all the videos regarding this that I've done this week. There's an overview video as well as some more in-depth videos like this one for each of the scanners I looked at. Thanks again for watching Consumerthon.